Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Ethicast. I'm your host, Bill Coffin, and today I'd like to talk about how psychological safety saves lives. On Father's Day, the OceanGate deep sea submersible Titan imploded while diving to the wreck of the Titanic, with the loss of its pilot, OceanGate CEO Stockton Rush, and four passengers, each of whom had paid $250,000 for a trip to an undersea graveyard mostly populated by poor people. The media interest around the event, first over speculation regarding the Titan's fate, and later a post mortem on what actually happened to the craft, was prolonged and intense. And to be fair, it was a little misplaced, given that the Messenia migrant boat disaster had occurred just 4 days before, with the loss of 82 people off the coast of Greece. Sometimes our priorities skew. In the various interviews, articles, and primary documents brought to light after the Titan disaster, a few things became clear. One is that Stockton Rush had no use for the safety standards of the commercial submersible industry, and he simply sidestepped them. His craft was extremely experimental, and his passengers all signed waivers acknowledging that riding in it could kill them. But that doesn't disqualify the fact that numerous figures within the industry reached out to Rush directly, and even the US government, to raise an alarm over what they felt was a deeply unsafe vehicle. But it was no use. Rush would not listen and even went on the offensive against colleagues who questioned his prioritizing innovation over safety certification. What is especially heartbreaking are accounts of how former OceanGate employees tried to raise their concerns and were likewise stifled into silence. Behind every disaster is someone who saw it coming. When they can't, won't, or don't sound the alarm, a second kind of tragedy unfolds. At the 2022 Global Ethics Summit, Dr. Timothy Clark gave a fantastic keynote on the four stages of psychological safety, which all speak directly to how a strong culture encourages everyone within it, especially those with the least amount of power, to feel that they won't be punished for saying the truth openly, even when it might be uncomfortable or contrary to what senior leadership wants. Earlier this year, Ethisphere published its 2023 Ethical Culture Report, which revealed a shocking increase in workplace bullying reported by Gen Z employees. And more recently, Ethisphere CEO Erica Salmon Byrne revisited the topic in an interview with Authority magazine, where she noted that the language we use to describe someone who speaks truth to power is deeply in need of an overhaul. Whistleblower is not the kind of complimentary term that upstander is. And she notes, quote, snitches get stitches is a phrase that should be permanently retired. Indeed. Here's the thing. When we talk about workplace bullying and harassment, it's easy to dismiss it as some kind of marginal or even ephemeral concern, but it's not. It's as serious as it gets. Virtually everyone in the workplace has either experienced workplace bullying bad enough to damage their career, or they've seen it happen directly to somebody else, or they know somebody who qualifies for either of those first two categories. Look at a situation like the Titan and remember that somebody in power was told the truth. They tried to punish the truth teller for it, and people died as a result. If we don't feel safe, we don't speak up. If we don't speak up, bad things happen. It's as simple as that. We should all ask ourselves how comfortable we would feel bringing some really, really bad news to our CEO. If that answer isn't 100%, then we should ask ourselves what it will take to get it there. And then we should ask ourselves, how's that actually going to happen? We owe it to ourselves, and most importantly, we owe it to each other. This thought piece is from the upcoming summer issue of Ethisphere Magazine, which drops next Monday, August 14th. To get your free copy, please visit ethisphere.com/newsletter to subscribe to our biweekly newsletter, Ethisphere Insights, which is where we will be sharing the magazine. Our theme for this issue is Regulatory Roundup, and we've got more than 50 pages of great content in the issue for you, including the regulatory risks of third party messaging, mental health in the workplace, the corporate fight against modern slavery, preventing greenwashing through good governance, how cartoon thinking can help drive ethics, general counsel perspectives on ESG, and much, much more. So remember, the best way to get your free copy of Ethisphere Magazine is to subscribe to our newsletter. So please head over to ethisphere.com/newsletter today. I'm Bill Coffin, and this has been the Ethicast. For more episodes, please visit the Ethisphere YouTube channel at youtube.com/ethisphere. And if this is your first time enjoying the show, please make sure to like and subscribe either on YouTube or on our podcasting platforms at Apple, Spotify, Google, and Amazon Music. Thanks for joining us. And until next time, remember, strong ethics is good business.